today is Friday. I'm gonna do legs. I'm ahead of schedule. Because usually I do legs on like Saturday. But I managed to do a workout in college, so like I said, I'm ahead of schedule. I'm not going to be filming much, just because I want to focus on my performance, but I'll film my last sets for each exercise, just so you know what I'm doing. So here I'm doing hamstring curls. I wanted to start my leg day with leg extensions, but it was being used at the time, so I had to improvise. Squeezing right at the top and coming down slowly on the eccentric to really stretch the muscle for maximum muscle tear. And here I do a drop set just to really burn the hamstrings and fatigue them fully. I'm trying to go for maximum intensity to really get those deep muscle fibers and also to build separation in the hamstrings. Moving on to stiff-legged deadlifts. This exercise is used for stretching the hamstrings under tension, and at the top you're looking to really squeeze the hamstrings and the glutes. Here I'm going all the way down and all the way back up for maximum activation and range of motion. I'm starting to struggle now, but I managed to push through and give it 100%. And squeeze one more rep out. And that's what you want to do. If you want to work intensely, you need to go for every single rep that you have. Next is leg extensions. Doing as many as I can, really squeezing at the top and focusing on contracting the quads. Making sure to keep my glutes firmly placed on the seat and not using any momentum to try and lift the weight. Here I felt I didn't push myself hard enough, so I pushed on a few extra reps, doing one leg at a time.
moment of silence for my quads. Next up is axe squat. Here I'm going for a close stance with my feet pointed out like a duck to target the outer head of the quad to work on that sweep. I wish I had a spotter on this one because I felt like I could have pushed some more reps out of me. Well, really, I could have done more myself, like without anyone helping me. But I think I still have a mental barrier in my head where it's stopping me from going like beyond, you know? Because I wasn't really struggling. Well, it didn't look like I was struggling, so that must have meant I wasn't. And to finish off, it's standing calf raises. I did do seated calf raises before this, but I didn't film it. Again, just like every other exercise, going all the way down, doing full range of motion, really stretching the muscle and then squeezing right at the very top for maximum activation. I felt like I could do more, so at the end of my set I lowered the weight and I cranked out a few more reps. And believe me when I say this, if you do this, it'll hurt. It will hurt. Like, no joke. It burns like hell. I usually train calves around 3 days a week, just because they're quick to regress from any training you do. You need to keep on hitting them hard. Now it's time to show off my quads and my legs. Here you can see me struggling to take off my knee wraps, looking like a complete idiot. But they're hard to take off, yo. Especially when your legs are all pumped. I flex my quads. I couldn't really flex them much just because, you know, they're tired and they're full of blood still. I don't have much separation in my quads. I don't know why. I don't like that. Hamstrings and calves, glutes as well. Again, it's hard to tense them once they're all pumped up, but you can see them. One thing I forgot to say before I actually went in was I've changed my training style so that I do less volume and more, just work more intensely, like Dorian, or at least I'm trying to do like Dorian. My workout lasted about almost 2 hours. And Dorian Yates only did it for 1 hour. That's unbelievable. I'm trying to train more intensely with less sets and less faffing. If you remember from last week, which was Friday last week, I was working in the morning, and I said that that's what I usually do. my shift got swapped, so I'm working at night, 5 till 9.
If you remember from last week, I said that I usually work in the mornings on Friday, and today is Friday. And I also said I usually do arms, biceps on Friday, but since I'm ahead of schedule, I did legs, like I already said. But yeah, I did it in the morning because I'm working in the afternoon. Because my shift got swapped. Yo. I'll tell you a little bit about myself, so that you're not just watching some dude going to the gym and then going home. As you already know, my name is Sanchu. I'm 19. I'm Portuguese, from Portugal, not Brazil, because they're Brazilian, not Portuguese. Shut up, I'm talking. When I was just about to turn 7, I moved to Scotland, which is where I currently am. I work as a gym assistant, as you probably could have guessed already if you've seen my previous 2 videos. I'm currently taking a health and exercise course at college in Aberdeen. College as in like college, not university, like American people say. Yeah, my hobby, I don't have many hobbies, but yeah, my main hobby is bodybuilding, if you haven't already guessed. I've been doing bodybuilding since I was 14, so I'm on my 5th year of mad gains. What do you want? My reason for starting bodybuilding was, you know, just like everyone else, because of Arnold. Yeah, I wanted to look like him. Well, actually, first I wanted my first ever goal was to look like Tobey Maguire in Spider-Man 1. Yeah, that was my first ever goal, and I reached it. And now, you know, I'm aiming to reach my maximum genetic limit, you know, for muscle. So some athletes I look up to is, well, obviously Arnold, because he's the one who got me started. Dorian Yates, Lee Priest, Flex Wheeler, Kevin Maroney, Sean Ray, just mostly the guys from the 90s. I don't really like physiques nowadays. Well, I like Phil Heath's physique. It's, you know, unbeatable, really. I just don't like his attitude. Yeah, those are the people I can think of from the top of my head that I look up to. My macros, they are as follows. I eat around 3,800 calories a day, comprising of 236 grams of protein, about 500 grams of carbohydrates, and roughly 110 grams of fat. These are the sort of things I take. So Alpha Men, so these are just multivitamins and minerals. Yeah, great focus. CLA, it's just fat. What's it called? Omega-3s, yeah. And Thermopure. It's kind of like a pre-workout. It has caffeine and green tea extract for fat loss. Doesn't really do much, but I take it anyway. Just these are the snacks I take. So I take protein cookies. I eat high protein bars and protein brownies all from My Protein. I have one shake a day, which is my bedtime shake. So I will mix up a cocktail with BCA powders, 8:1:1 ratio by Yamamoto Nutrition. It's very good. I highly recommend it. Hashtag not sponsored. Overnight recovery blend. So my protein again. It has whey, casein. It also has zinc to help with recovery. And I also mix my shake with maltodextrin. So carbohydrates, because proteins are absorbed more efficiently with carbohydrates. I currently weigh 78.5 kilos, which is around 172 pounds. I am 5'7", so 1.7 meters. I'll show you an image of me before I started and now, and you'll see the difference I've made in 5 years. I don't remember exactly how much I weighed back then, but you know, I'm 78.5 kilos now. In the last year, I've gained about 10 kilos of mass, so 22 pounds of muscle. I'll show you my measurements from when I started recording my progress until now at the start of December. Okay, so this is when I started recording, which was last year in May. Those were my stats, my measurements back then, and then I'll show you what they are now. And here they are now. That's the difference in a year and a half. Here's a more visual look at how much progress I've made. As as you can tell here with calves, nothing's changed. Yeah, forearms, neck, very minor differences. Biceps as well. So here are my supposed maximum measurements that I can have. Naturally, of course. Not yet on the Juicio. And again, a visual representation of how much I've progressed. So the green is what I can reach to. The blue is where I started, and the red is where I am now. If you're wondering where I got those results from for my maximum potential, I will link it down in the description, so you can do it yourselves. But pretty much all you do, you take your wrist and ankle measurements, you input your height, and from that it'll calculate your estimated maximum drug-free bodybuilding potential. So my goal for next year is to compete in my first competition. I want to compete in 2 competitions at not the same time, obviously, but like around the same time in June, just to give myself more exposure and also to give myself more experience, really. I'm going to compete for the BNBF Federation, which is a natural show, and also for the UK BFF, all in the junior category. I think I'll do okay. I've seen like images of the results of the guys that won last year and the year before, and they were okay. Yeah, I think I have a pretty good shot. Yo, I just need to bring up my weaknesses, really, which I think is my back and my chest and my legs. I'll start prep in March. My prep is gonna be a high carb, low fat diet, standard. So I'm trying to gain as much muscle now as I can, just because if you're bodybuilding naturally and you go on a diet to lose weight, you're bound to lose some muscle as well. So the bigger I can get, the better, really. Obviously, I'm gonna try and limit just how much muscle I lose. I don't want to lose any, really, but you know, I'll try my hardest. And my ultimate goal is to compete at the Olympia, and one day be Mr. Olympia. I will be Mr. Olympia. Yeah. I can feel it. I have what it takes. I mean, here I am. Like, scrawny compared to everyone there, but you know. It'll take time, obviously. But then, nothing worth having is easy. Maybe in 10 years, you'll see me up there on stage, winning my first Sandow. Now I'm finished. I wasn't gonna record anything else, but I thought, you know, why not just give them a little more? But yeah, like and subscribe, share with your friends, and be back next week for chest. See ya.